Hi, I'm Miss Lala and thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. Today I want to start a series on my hair regimen. I've been getting a lot of questions lately asking me to go into more detail about my regimen. I did a video on it. I also have it posted on my website, but I guess I think I'm assuming too much that people can read into what I posted there and people are wanting more detail. So I'm going to go over the regimen that I use to grow my hair long, which is pretty much the same thing that I do now, and I will include any alterations that maybe I did when my hair was shorter or that I do now. I'm going to start my hair regimen from wash day, which is what I'm seeing as the beginning, and go through a whole 2-week cycle. So this is going to take several videos to really explain what I do. I wash my hair about every 2 weeks, and I say about because it may be 9 or 10 days, it may be 15 days. It really just depends on the day that I wash my hair or on the style I'm wearing. I will note that in the summertime, I tend to wash my hair a little more frequently, or either I might rinse it. But typically it ends up being on average about every 2 weeks. Now, on my wash day, the first thing I do, of course, is remove any hairstyle that I had in. So that's why my hair is looking kind of like this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. My hair was in kind of like just a bun thingy this week where I had the back kind of twisted back. So my hair isn't super tangled. So if I was wearing loose hair all week long, I might have hair that's much more tangly. So the first thing I do on my wash day, or sometimes I'll do it the night before if I'm in the mood, is a preconditioning, or some people call a prepoo. And I do that primarily for the purpose of detangling. I know some people also say that it really helps your hair not to get dried out from the shampoo. You'll see later on what I do in terms of shampooing. So I don't find that the shampoo really dries my hair out much at all because I dilute it most of the times, but the prepoo really helps me detangle. I can't detangle my hair when it's dry, and I don't really like detangling my hair in the shower either because I feel that it's the most fragile when it's wet because it stretches more, and so I think it's easier to snag and break. And that's just me personally. Some people prefer to detangle their hair full of conditioner while it's wet in the shower, but I found that while I'm growing my hair out, that leads to more breakage. Now, if you're in a maintenance phase where you want to be trimming your ends anyway and you really don't mind, I would say go for it. It might save you some time. The other problem I find, though, with only detangling my hair in the shower is that I have shrinkage, major shrinkage. So as soon as I comb it out, it just shrinks right back up because it's wet, and it's like I wasted my time. So for my preconditioner, I usually use some type of cheapy conditioner. I have like Regimen, and these will be posted on my website, all the different preconditioning treatments that I use. And if you have anything that you've tried that you find that works well, please post and let me know. But Regimen, I really like their conditioners for my prepoos. The Naturals line is great. And most recently, I've been using this Curl Hydration Conditioner. It does have, I want to say, 1 silicone in it, if I'm not mistaken. But since I'm shampooing it right out, I don't find that it's a big deal. And I need to check and see if it's a water-soluble one. Also, Lustrous Silk Cholesterol, I find that this detangles my hair really well. And the Suave Naturals line, it also works well as a prepoo. I don't like spending a lot of money on conditioners that I use for my pre-treatments because I just slather them on my hair. Like, I use a ton of it. And I just really drench my hair with it so I can comb it easier and help prevent breakage. Now, sometimes I also like to add an oil to my preconditioning treatment. Like amla oil, or sometimes olive oil. Sometimes I just use the conditioner straight though. It really depends on my hair. If I feel that my hair is looking kind of dull or it's extra tangly, I go ahead and add an oil because I find that oil helps me comb it better. If I feel that, you know, I pretty much had my hair maybe in a style like fat twist all week long and it's not really tangly, I really don't bother with adding the oil because I don't see why it's needed, because it's going to be pretty easy for me to detangle my hair. Now the next question I've been getting is kind of a, what exactly do you do when you do pre-poo? How long do you leave it on? That depends. If my hair is pretty well detangled, I apply the conditioner immediately and work it through. If I've had a style in like small twists or maybe a straw set, which I haven't done in ages and don't plan on doing all this hair, but if you get the gist, something that would have my hair in some type of tight style that would be difficult to take out, then I let the conditioner sit. If I'm removing braids or twists that I've had in for a long time, I let the conditioner sit. Anything that could lead my hair to being matted while it's in, if you're taking out a weave, if you're taking out braids with the extensions, I would encourage you to let your preconditioning treatment just sit on your hair, I would say for at least 20 minutes with a plastic cap, and then proceed to go on to the detangling part and combing part of your regimen. Okay, so for my pre-poo today, today actually is my wash day. I'm going to go ahead and use this Regimen Naturals. And if you watch my video, hair washing part 1 and 2, I show you kind of what I do before I wash. And as you can see, I use a generous amount of conditioner. And I'm just applying this to one section of my hair. I work in sections and I gently finger through it. Gently. If I hit a knot, I stop and gently pull it out. Because what you don't want to do is pull and yank your hair. If your hair is really tangly, like I mentioned before, you may want to put the conditioner on there and let it sit. And I just slather my hair with it, and as I'm going along, I pull and remove out any shed hair that may be coming out on my hand. And usually I just keep a bag nearby and put it in there because my hair just, it balls up and it gets everywhere otherwise. And I kind of work my fingers through. So for those of you who haven't tried finger combing, if your hair is not really tangly, it can be particularly effective. Or if your hair, even if it is really tangly, what some people tell me, they prefer finger combing because they feel that they can get the knots out better without damaging their hair. So I always start out fingering through it first though. And I work on one section at a time like this to comb through. Now if I'm going to let the conditioner sit first, I would just apply it all over my head, then put on the cap, and then move on to this part. So let me repeat that. If I'm not going to let the conditioner sit, if I'm just going to apply it and go straight to detangling, I work in sections like I'm doing now with applying and combing through it. If I'm going to let the conditioner sit, I put it all over my head first, put on the plastic cap, let it sit. Then I come back to my hair and do the next part of detangling and putting it into sections. If I decide to use a comb when I'm doing my pre-poo, I have two main combs that I'll use. I have a Magic Star Jumbo Rake, which is a seamless comb. I strongly encourage you, if you are serious about growing your hair out, to invest in seamless combs. This seamless comb, I feel, has made a major difference in my hair routine. It's practically like finger combing. Now, when you look on the inside, it doesn't have the little seams along these ridges like most common combs do. And so what that means is it doesn't snag your hair as easily. And so I really like this comb, particularly for detangling my hair when it's pretty tangly. Even when it's not, this comb is great. It costs quite a bit, but I feel it was worth the investment because I have broken quite a few combs in my lifetime with my hair being the texture and density that it is. I really have, I've messed up some combs. This comb, I've had it for, I'm trying to think, I would have to say at least 4-5 years now, and it doesn't break. The teeth move just enough so that it's flexible in your hair, but I really can't see it breaking unless I really, maybe ran over it with my car or did something to it. But I've broken a lot of combs, and this one, it holds up well, doesn't damage my hair. Now, of course, if you yank it through your hair, it could cause some damage, but you still have to gently comb. The other comb that I use is this comb by Goody. It's their shampoo detangling comb. Now, it does have seams, but what I did was get like a nail file and try and smooth them down some, and I think it worked pretty well. Plus, the seams are not up real high when I touch the teeth of the comb. Even though the seams are there, it's not as rigid as some other combs I've seen, especially some of the cheaper ones. So sometimes when I forget my comb, I use this as a backup. If I can't find this one, or if I'm traveling, I'll take this one. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like when I'm done. Today I went ahead and put it into 6 braids. If your hair is shorter, you may need to put your hair into more braids so you could wash it more effectively, or you may choose to do twists and just back twist, undo, and redo them, or you may just want to wash your hair loose. But personally, for me, in terms of retaining length, I find that working with my hair in sections, that is one of the biggest changes that I think that has helped my hair. When I try to just deal with it in mass, I think because my hair is so dense, I personally get overwhelmed and I'm more likely to have breakage. And I have kind of fine, medium thickness in terms of my actual strands. Now, if you don't have very dense hair, you may not need to work with your hair in sections like this. You may just need to be more gentle with it. But if you're finding that you're having a lot of breakage and tangling, I say give this a try and see if it works for you, no matter what your hair texture is. If your hair is straighter, and it won't hold braids like this, you may just want to put a small band or either some of those clips on the end, while you're in the shower, and take them off, wash that section, put it back. But I think it's worth a try if you're finding that you're getting breakage. So go ahead, check out my next videos on washing if you haven't seen those already for the next part of my regimen. And I'll be back with tips on deep conditioning in the next video.